Hello, people. What's up? So I've got what have I got? I've got parota and then chicken. It tastes good. This is the finger licking chicken. What the KFC says, right? Similar to that. There I got the butter chicken stuff. Um, Oh, okay. The gravy is over. It's like finger licking KFC chicken. Add, right? It's better than KFC chicken. Add. I'm giving you the finger licking. For this, okay. Like, I mean, definitely not bad, and definitely not the best. Somewhere in the middle, it's good to eat. Yeah, I'll definitely eat it. waiting for the show order to get processed. So, from the seller side, it's getting delayed. Some sellers actually delay it actually. It takes some time. They have a cutoff time. I'm done. But dinner is done. I'm forgetting this water bottle stuff all the time. To refill the water. I need to go and to my next room. Um, I have to plan my cycling. I plan for I'll go to sleep. More in the daytime, I'll do some cycling. Like morning, do cycling one morning. I'm actually waiting for this file holder to arrive from Misha, but the seller has still not processed. There's another 2 days to go for the cutoff time for the seller. Okay, I'm done with my dinner. I have to go clean up this plate soap and then fill the water bottle. Um, Let me fill the water bottle and come. I'm very thirsty. I'm doing good now. Yep, I got some water. Tomorrow I have to go uh, get a new water can. Tomorrow I have to go and get it. Yeah, I'm going to remove this guy out. It's already sweating, right? So I thought of removing him out. My hands to be washed. I will do the hand wash later. I am definitely not eating the right food. I have already spoken about it, right? I mean, like all these are like high carb food. Mhm. I mean, I can get rid of this fat in my body. I know how to do that. That's not a big deal. If I just start fasting, I will I'll start getting rid of all this body fat because fasting is fasting is done in. You can do the fasting like it's well documented, right, by the professionals. 12-hour fast, 18-hour fast, 18-hour fast, 12 hours fasting. 8 hours they start with, yeah, 8 hours fast, 12-hour fast, 18-hour fast, 24, then 48, and then 72. In this, once you cross 24 hours, your body would not have any food which you had in your which you had consumed 24 hours before. So the food it takes within like 12 hours, all the food you ate, 16 hours, 16 hours, I guess, yeah. Within 16 hours, the food you ate is gone out of your body. That means your body is completely empty. There's no food, nothing. There's no energy, nothing here. Now, what happens is, and if you continue to uh, fast after 16 hours, um, what will happen is, in 24 hours, you'll enter into fasting mode. Like, sorry, the ketosis mode. I don't know if it's at 24th hour the ketosis starts, or at somewhere between 24 and 48 hours the ketosis starts. So ketosis is a term which is used here during the fasting window. What happens is once the body food is cleaned up, right? So food, whatever we eat, is just a form of sugar, glucose. Okay? Once you put that in, it stays only for it can last only for 16 hours max. After that, it's over. There's nothing there inside the body which you had as a food. It's over. After 16 hours is gone, then we are inching close towards the 24-hour mark. In 24th hour or 24 to between 24 to 48 hours, the ketosis starts. So what is ketosis? Now there's no food in the body, right? There's no intake of food in the body, and whatever you had is all been utilized. Okay. Now what happens? The body now you let's say you are still trying to do a lot of physical activity. Okay. When you do physical activity, the body needs some kind of energy. So where does it pick up that energy from? Is when the ketosis starts. So ketosis starts where the fat, accumulated fat, right? That starts into burning mode. So it starts utilizing the fat which is accumulated in your body during the ketosis period. So that's when the fat starts working as a food. Okay, like it has to be used like a food. Okay, so it's something like that. I'm not giving you the exact thing. I'm giving you some way of understanding. If you want to know exactly how it works, there are well published books and articles by these professionals. You just cop and read it. You'll understand one by one. They have explained it with terminologies and everything. So when you do 48-hour fast, you're already entering into ketosis. So the body fat accumulates. The accumulated fat is being used as a source of energy. And at that time, you're trying to do some physical activity. Your source of energy is nothing but your body fat is getting used. Okay? That's 24, 48 hours. And then you go to 72 hours. It's like third day, three continuous days. 72 hours, there's something called, what do you call it? Autophagy, I guess. And then what it does basically is it resets your entire system, your cells, everything gets, it's like, it's like recharging a mobile. When you run out of battery, right, you got to recharge. It's something like that. That stage you are getting in your body to. So your entire body is trying to get a reset. Okay. Um, the the what do you call it? I mean, if you read the document, right, you'll probably understand because they have written it very well with terminologies and everything. So that's what happens at 72-hour fast. And then your sensor, like your sensors, right? Your body sensors, will, like your eyes, ears, nose. These are the sensors. And then uh, the weather, which you, I mean, when there's hot wave, your body sensing the heat, right? So these are all sensors in your body. Okay, all this will be at the very highest peak level. So people who are not fit, who have who are eating a lot of food and consumption. Okay, people who are not fit, like high on fat, their sensory levels will be at medium somewhere. Okay, when you people with good fitness, their sensory levels will be better, way better. And what the stage which I'm talking, right, 72-hour fast, at 72 hours, your sensory levels are at the peak. Your slightest of smell, which smells bad to you, will be recognized by you, whereas the other person who's not in that 72-hour fast, for that person, it won't mean, it means nothing. Like he could not recognize that smell. And even the sounds would be a little sharper and more sounds. You'll have a lot of clarity of sounds around you than the person who's not on 72-hour fasting. Okay, because I've done 24-hour fasting, 48 and 72-hour. I've done it quite a few times, and 72-hour fast was very effective. Like, I mean, right? I'm not putting the food intake for 3 continuous days. So that's the third days where the your body has nothing. It's already entered into ketosis mode. The fat burn is happening. I mean, it is utilizing the fat to draw energy, and then now uh, your entire sensors are very heightened state, like very peak state. You could hear the fan sound very clearly, very crisp and clear. If there's a birds chirping, right, you could hear it's early morning. There are birds will be chirping, right? You could hear it very absolute clarity. It's like how do I explain? If you go to a movie theater and you watch some Dolby Atmos movie, you have that kind of clarity, right? It's very crystal clear, right? That kind of clearness you will get it when you're in a 72-hour fasting. So now the question is, which is true, you could try it. You can go by reading it and doing it one by one. Don't do 72 straight away. First of all, read documents, or you have some medical professional to help you out first to understand if this is applicable for you or not. So if this is not applicable for people who are very lean, it could be applicable for people who are nice and fat and have a lot of body fat percentage. So you can check with the medical professionals, or if you want to pull up there are a lot of books and articles written on this particular topic by professionals. It's published by the medical professionals. Okay. Uh, if you do a try doing a 72-hour fast, it is very difficult for the first timers. So you will have to go slow. You have to train your body to first to get a 24-hour fast still. I can do 24-hour fast very comfortably. Like what is the time now? It's 10 o'clock, right? I can very easily have my next meal tomorrow night 10 o'clock. It's very easy for me. That part at 24-hour fasting for me, I've cracked it. It's like very comfortable. I can do any day. Okay, then 24 to 48 hour is when I start feeling a little bit. I mean, I tried. I mean, I've done it. I've done a 48-hour fasting. Uh, Twice or thrice I did 48. It worked. I mean, sometimes it was okay. Sometimes it was very difficult to do because what happened is the house I live, right? It's very dirty and there's a lot of dirt and dust and smell will be there. Okay, but they are right now not in a mode where I'm able to recognize it. The moment you get into the fasting, once you cross 24-hour, right, the same place you'll be staying, right? I mean, you start a fasting. Let's say I'm in this room. I'm doing my 48, 72-hour fasting. Okay, first 24 hours, I'll be like, okay, good, everything is fine. After 24 hours, you're getting into the next second day, that's the next cycle of 24 hours. That's like 48 hours you're going to go. That time, what happens is your sensories, your nose, ears, everything will be like absolutely getting cleared. So your dust, the dust in around you, which you never sensed before, you will start very disturbing. You will start coughing, or you'll start getting that dusty feeling around you. It's very obvious. If you try it, you'll know it actually. And then from 24 to 48, 48 is if you go to 72-hour fasting, it's over. Like your sensors are peaking up. Even a small minute sound will be captured around you, like by you. I mean, your ears will capture it. Even the smallest of minute sounds are coming from somewhere, which would not be ideal if you did not, if you were not in the solitude or fasting mode. Try it and see. And I live in a place where it's quite dusty and dirty. There's a lot of building destruction work going on, so there's a lot of dust blowing in. People do not know right now because, like I said, they are not in the best of sensors. They don't have their sensors at the best peak level. The sensors are at the medium level, somewhere medium and lower medium. Okay? Somewhere there is what everybody senses right now. It's like in India, everybody senses all your senses are like lower level to medium level already. Only when you do the fasting, you will start understanding what I'm talking actually. So there are questions to ask. Definitely, I have a lot of questions to ask also. The questions like, so my question is, if this is happening and this is true and scientifically proven, what we're talking is, from my side, like from medical professional side, it's already proven. They already told us how this works and everything. If my results are also correct, that my senses are heightened, then I'm able to capture the clarity of sound very clearly in the smell, odor, slightest of smell, slightest of odor, slightest of dirt flying around, dirt around can be captured so very easily. It could even give you a coughing sensation, even for the smallest of dirt or dust around you. Okay, so my question is, are we living? I've called India a third world country. Okay, I've called it out. I've said it very openly. Okay, I have no shame in saying it. And I know I'm living in India. I know that on papers I'm still an Indian by citizenship. Okay, why people are want to go live in first world countries, right? So a lot of first world countries. Why they prefer to go there and live is because most likely it's because of this dirt dust. I guess that's a problem. I guess because when you do this fasting, 72, 48, 72, right? That's exactly when you'll realize what where you are actually sitting. In a sense, all your senses are high. You would imagine the slightest of odor would be coming from somewhere which you never recognize, but now be recognized by you. The dirt and dust will a slightest of dirt and dust around you will cause you the coughing sensation. Slightest of sound which you never heard before, you would be able to capture very clearly, crystal clear. So that means the food we are eating is suppressing our senses. That's what I'm saying. Like it's what it looks like. I'm not scientifically proven it, but this is all my observation. It needs to go for a study. It has to be proven. So what exactly is going on here is my question. Is this the same with the people in first world countries, or their food is is really good food? It's just that our food is adulterated food. Okay, because there is a difference in the U.S. Grocery shops versus what's sold in India. Okay, the milk quality in India and the milk quality which is sold in the US, there's a huge difference. And I don't know why there's a difference. What? So there are regulations. The India has certain regulations. US has certain regulations. Okay, if any product you're going to bring it into the market, it has to go via the regulations come out. So I think their regulations is making the person who's creating a product to create such a product to tick all the boxes that they can pass the test and regulation test and get into the market. And that's how their product is different from our product sold in India. It's the same. It could possibly be the same brand even. We don't know. It could be the same brand. If I remember correctly, I'm not very sure. It could be possible. Okay. It could be the same brand. Like the same brand of milk is sold here. The same brand of milk sells in US, but their milk is of very high quality. The difference is huge when you see it. So there is definitely something going on, which I don't know exactly what that is. We have to find out. And then, so my question is, the food we eat, is this an adulterated food or a good food? Number one and two. Number three is the food. Moment you consume the food, right? Why our senses are dropping? The levels of senses are dropping down. Why are we not still able to stay at peak levels of sensors are not at peak levels? So that's something. It looks like so. It looks very evident because when you do fasting, the results are showing up for me. At least for me, it works. The results were showing. So, or is it that the food is has a lot of chemicals it's reacting in the body that brings your sensors down, or the body fat percentage is very high in my body. Let's say if a person has a high body fat percentage, and then you put the food in, so there's already accumulation of fat. So the food is going and reacting that brings the sensors down. It's possible. I do not know. So where is the problem? I'm just trying to find out. Is it that the food, or is it that the body fat percentage and the food combo is making the sensors to lower the levels of sensors? Because we may I need to talk to people who are very fit with a minimal body fat percentage, and I need to ask them like, or not ask them. Maybe I'll get into the fasting mode, and if I find some dirty dust, sensation or smell or a very slightest of or odor which is I'm able to pick up, I'll ask that person to sit next to me and say, are you also able to pick up the same uh, observations I'm talking? That's one way to check it out. So I'm not very sure how to do it. So, but I'm just trying to find where is the problem. That's it. Is it the food which goes inside the body is creating the problem? Is it an adulterated food, or is it that the food is good? It's just that the person who has the high fat percentage that goes and reacts with the fat. Is it that? I don't know. So fat is nothing but a layer of it's just a layers. Everything is layers. Okay, and that one layer will form a fat. That layer is where the fat formation happens, and your stomach bulges out. Okay, there are several layers. Okay, so um, I'm just thinking, what is the possible reason? I'm suspecting could be food. It is a possibility that the food we consume is reacting with the fat, because the fat is just a layer. If I put the food in, right, it goes in, and the, the food is, let's say, has a lot of chemical, and it's trying to react with the fats, and then that is lowering my sensors down. It's possible. I do not know the answer. One and two. Third one is what's the possible thing I talked about. What is the third one? Yeah, food. I talked about. I'm just suspecting the entire food part. Or what did I? I think I had three things to mention, right? I forgot one more thing. Okay, so I just want to know this whole thing. Uh, what is going on with the food? Why our sensors are sensor lowered? Uh, I need to find out all this thing. Um, from some observations I've made, okay, I've seen that the people who are having a higher body fat percentage, they tend to have a lot of problems with their thinking and everything. I guess I don't know. It is highly possible that it is just the chemicals which is reacting inside the body. I don't know. Maybe possible. So it looks like I'm giving some crazy idea. I mean, crazy answers, right? Crazy way of thinking, right? It could possibly be. I don't know. I have no idea. Like we have to go and find it out. If you go find it out, we'll get to know something. We have to find out everything. Uh, yep. That's. I mean, that's about it. Fasting. Fasting. I do have a lot of other questions. Okay, with this body fat thing. Some people claim that having a body fat is good because, let's say, you run out of money someday. Okay, thinking in that way. Maybe it's possible that that's how this body fat accumulation even started in India, like fashion. I don't know. It's possible. It's like, let's say you are running out of money. Okay, suddenly, all of a sudden, you're running out of money. Now you don't have food to eat, right? If you have high body fat percentage, it's like your reserves, your fuel reserves, right? Like just like a reserves for you. With that, you can, let's say, you can survive for 30 days. Okay, we put it that way. For 30 days, you will survive without money, without food. Okay? So it gives you a window of, you're given a window of 30 days to go find yourself some job to get some money. Then you put the food in. So under 30 days, your body fat, which you have stored, will start, will be utilized to put your system running, to make your system running. It's possible. It's crazy, man. Like people in India think all kind of they have all kind of thinking. Okay, like and then it could have picked up because people did not get into the scientific way of understanding, right? So not everybody could understand the scientific thing. So they all stick to some pseudoscience. They believe they work out, they experiment something. They say, like, okay, we'll stick to this. So they would have told that, I mean, fat people is being fat is not wrong, is what people would have told because their understanding would have been that someday if somebody goes with no money, is hungry, or there's a famine, or the country is shut down economically. Imagine all those scenarios. How do you handle it? That's when your body fat comes out, works as a reserve for you. Like it saves your health. It's possible. It's crazy, right? It's crazy way of thinking and doing it. The other way around is if you need to have a healthy lifestyle, like you want to be full on healthy, then you got to eat the right food, right? The right food are the expensive ones. The wrong foods are the one which are very least expensive. That's another problem in India. All the wrong foods are least expensive, and everybody is eating the wrong food. That's where the fat accumulation, like everything is happening. So if you want the right food, it's going to be an expensive side. Like for example, I told you about the chicken biryani, right? High on fat. That is the people who eat consume carbs, right? If you do a lot of physical activity for the entire day, it works. Nobody care. I mean, that won't accumulate as fat itself. Excuse me. That when it's not utilized a lot, that's when the accumulation of fat happens. And yeah, I mean, like so I was telling that yesterday, I guess biryani is currently the biryani is 80 percentage biryani rice, 20 percentage chicken. Like, okay, something like that. 80-20. I want to reverse it around. I want this is the unhealthy food, like the food which can put you into high fat percentage. That's like 80-20. 80 right, 80 is carbs, 20 is protein. Protein. Okay. If I go the other way around, like 20 carbs, 80 percentage protein. That's like 20 percentage of rice, biryani rice, and 80 percentage of boneless chicken. That's like a different composition because protein. I don't now. This is the question now. The carbs, the rice is called carbs. Okay, chicken is a protein source. Rice is a carb source. Carbs nothing but carbohydrates. When you put the carbs in, you load your body with full of carbs, yeah, as a food for 3 meals, and you don't burn the carbs down. Like you don't. How do you burn carbs? Is the amount of physical activity you do will burn your carbs down. Let's say the amount of carbs you put into your body and the physical activity you do is a mismatch. Like it is, you have done. Let's say you loaded up body with 100 percentage of carbs, but the physical activity you've done is only 20 percentage. So now 80 percentage is still remaining in your body as carbs, right? You got the concept I'm trying to tell you, right? 80 percentage of is now carbs. Now that carbs, it does not know where to go. It's still in the body. It does not know where to go. That's what the carbs next gets goes and converts at fat, and the fat accumulation starts to happen. And if fat accumulation happens first here and then your thighs, because these two are the places where not much physical activity is happening, so it just accumulates straight away here. It's very easy for it to accumulate here. So the question is, what question I wanted to ask? Uh, yeah. I mean, so when you change the percentage, right? So if I so this happens when the carbs. So carbs only gets converted as fat percentage, fat. Okay. My question is, if 80 percentage is protein, I'm putting 80% of boneless chicken, 20% of biryani rice. I'm eating that. So now 20% of biryani rice will be gone, will be utilized, right? Okay. Even a minimal physical work will be gone, utilized. So it does not get into fat accumulation. Now I have got 80% of protein. Now what happens to protein? So what does protein convert to? Is that question now? Your carbs converts to fat accumulation is something which we know a lot of people have been talking, and you go check out with any medical professional, they may be able to clarify it what this is. Okay. My question is, if I'm going to load up the body with full of protein and very less carbs, so what is that protein? Where is the protein going? What does it get converted to? If you don't utilize that, the same concept of carbs, right? So let's say you're loading up your body with 100% of protein. You do some physical activity which is utilizing 20% of protein. Now the remaining 80% of protein is still there, right? It has to do something, right? It has to get out of the body, or in the carbs case, it gets accumulated as fat. In protein case, what does it convert to? That's the question. Some people say that it converts to some uh, strength building. I don't know the terminology. It's okay. It helps to build your strength and muscle. So it helps you. That's what the conversion of protein happens. So uh, so I have no idea what that is. So we'll check it out. I mean, these are the questions I want to ask. Once we figure this out, you will probably. So that's what I said. The people who eat the food we eat in India, right? It's high on carbs. Any food, like you go to from breakfast, lunch, dinner, we are extremely high on carbs. Very low on protein, very very low. That non-vegetarian people already eat protein. Vegetarian people have extreme low source of protein, very very low source. Yeah, so that's where it is. I wanted to talk about one of my neighbor. Okay, she's on my left. There, there are two families. Okay, they're all same. I mean, part of same family only. And then I have seen one. There are three above 18 females. They are not married. I guess I don't know about it. They may be single or they may be married. I don't know about it. Okay. That three females I've seen above 18s. Okay. That two look very healthy and very healthy, strong. Okay, they're wearing specs. That's a different story. One female is there. I think they're all sisters. I have no clue. She actually looks very lean. Okay, very very lean. Like uh, I don't know what exactly is with her. Like, is it a medical condition or is it something else? I have no clue about it. Like I have no clue about it. But what happens is when I'm standing outside, I always keep like unconsciously or like not making a conscious attempt, but when she walks through, right, I always feel like looking at her because I'm trying to capture as much as of information by looking at her, so I can go back and do some Google search to find out what this is. Okay, so maybe like that. Okay. So I'm just looking at her, and she keeps looking at me. That only female, okay, the only female who's very lean. Right? I sometimes like to go and talk, but these people are very reserved. Like these people, right? Jain people here, they're very very conservative, very reserved. So I don't feel comfortable having a conversation with these, especially with the females, the above 18 females. I'm talking. The under 18s, they sometimes come and talk. At least they are little bit. They're okay to talk with me. The above 18 ones are like all these. I mean, the females were single. I'm talking about, not the married ones. The married one female was talking with me. That's the one. Okay, that's a different story. These females are like I, I mean, like, I don't know, I don't know how to talk with them. Like, they're very conservative, I guess. Or they're very shy, or they just don't. They're just like very different. They speak different language, right? Their world is different. I speak English. For me, it would be very easy to ask questions. For them, in their language, it would not be easy to handle such questions or answer such questions, I guess. So I'm not very sure about the whole thing. Okay. So that's why I don't really talk or ask about it. But I do. I keep looking at her every time she passes. I keep looking at her, and she initially I used to look at her every time just to observe like what's this and that. Then she starts looking at me after some time. She starts looking at me also because she has noticed that I'm looking at her, so she is also reciprocating by looking at me. It's not the case with other females. Like other females I just walk through and I'm just sometimes I look at them. They don't look at me at all. Like this is only one female. I keep always looking at her because I'm trying to find out like what is what is it with her, like what is going on. That's maybe out of curiosity. I'm just trying to looking at her. I hope she doesn't mind me looking at her just because I'm trying to figure out what this is. That's it. I don't know how to. Sometimes I love actually like let's say if these people are they all speak English and they're comfortable having conversations, right? I could very freely have conversation with a female. I can have conversation with any female. But the point is, if she comes from the world of English, like if she is the one who speaks English, I would definitely have a conversation. I don't mind having conversation. So these girls, these females, right? They are. I don't know. I haven't spoken to them. Like they don't speak English, I guess. They speak their mother tongue, like Marwadi and Hindi. They use two languages actually. So I'm feeling. just spoke one day to one female. This is just a neighbor, okay? Like in that same two family, there are three females I told, right? One is this female. The other one is there are other two ones like look healthy and strong. One female, the when I came to Madurai, like 1 year back, 1.5 year back, she was sitting outside in the steps. I just walked up to her and I asked her, like, I'm looking to get some catering food, like, who could give me North Indian food daily. Okay, so I was checking out with her. What she said is, I told her that, hey, I'm your neighbor. Like, I'm just checking out. Like, do you know anybody, any caterers in Madurai that they could prepare? They prepare North Indian food and like roti and everything. So I want to buy that. Do you know somebody? Is what I asked her. She told that I have to check with my dad, and she left. That's it. I don't know. That's what. Like then I felt like I shouldn't. Like she was a bit shy, I guess. She just said I have to ask my dad. I don't know why she said she asked. I don't know why she said I have to ask my dad about it. I mean, I have no clue about. I have no clue. And she just walked away. So that's it. Then I felt like, okay, so they are quite shy and reserved, I guess. So I that's why I'm very hesitant to speak with my neighbors, like especially the females who are above 18 and they are single, right? I'm very hesitant because they sound like very shy, hesitant, and something like that. So I just I just skip it. I mean, yeah, I always keep looking at this one female alone. So I just want to know what that is. Is it like medical condition or um is it like she has not reached out to medical professionals to get this first understood? I don't know actually. So she looks very lean. Okay, she looks very lean. Mm, I don't know actually. I mean, like, since they are very shy type, these females, I don't want to take a chance in even talking with these females. They are very shy. They're very hesitant, and their language is also not English, right? So it's quite difficult. If I was in US, I mean, I would speak to an American girl so comfortably. I'll just walk up and talk to her. It's very easy for me to talk to her. Mhm. Okay, my hands are so dry. I'm trying to drink some water. Okay, done. Um, what else am I doing? I need to keep checking this. My shit, always. Mhm. Oh, why not I push like this? So the battery is over. Oh, I'm feeling very sleepy actually. I need to go sleep. So to my knowledge, these females, right, Jane females, they are very shy introverts, I guess, or they may be comfortable talking with people in their language, like Mawari or Hindi, maybe I don't know. It's just that I speak English and they are not comfortable. I guess it could possibly be possible. I have no clue. It's very possible. It's very much possible. Um, so I'm done. I'm done. I'm now going to turn this off, and then I'm going to go walk down the stairs, put this up in the trash, clean the plate up, and come back and park it where it has to be parked. And then I am going to go to the bed. That's my plan. That's my plan. That is my plan. Ooh, I want to go for cycling tomorrow. Check it out. I'll do the okay tomorrow in the daytime, right? Actually, it's very hot. Otherwise, I would. Weather is a big problem, man. Like since it's very hot, right? I don't even feel like doing anything in life. I'm like, or tomorrow in the daytime, I'll try to put some efforts. Okay, I'll try to make sure that I'll get on the laptop, get the OBS out, and do something. We'll do something. Okay, well, I'll try my best. I'll try my level best tomorrow morning. It's been 2 days since I opened the laptop with my OBS. Okay, that's about it. Bye.